Hi, I'm Peggy with Headshots by Peggy, and today we have the amazing Jill Kirsh.
Hi, we pulled this off somehow.
I tell you, I have been trying to get you to come on this vlog for almost a year.
That's right.
It's been a long time.
Oh my God.
So this is LA's color coach specialist extraordinaire. I don't even know what title to give you.
I don't even know. I show people every shade of every color for fashion and for beauty that makes you look amazing. And I'm so thrilled to be here because I love sharing what I know with actors. The truth is, every actor, for sure, needs to know what I know. You know, it used to be actors, but now everyone's on camera.
Everybody's on camera.
You
They
know?
either have a vlog, or they have a commercial they do for their work, or they
Right.
have a personal journal kind of thing. I
Right.
mean, everybody's,
And
even
selfies
if it's Instagram.
and Facebook pictures and all that stuff.
Which
So-
is all part of marketing.
Exactly. Marketing, branding, online, you know, when you submit yourself. I mean, now, it's like I'm from the old school. I know it has hard copies of headshots, right? So when a casting director is looking at all these thumbnail shots on a website, you want to be the one to pop. And you can do a lot of that with color because the shots are so small and you want them to just click on you and then enlarge it, you know?
Right, because I've been told that it's very, very common to get 3,000 to 6,000 submissions for one job.
Oh my God.
So they are literally going like this, and you have to pop.
Yeah. This is all about popping. So we're going to share all the secrets to popping on camera and beyond.
So everybody needs to know this, but for actors getting headshots, if you come to me wearing the right colors, that's going to make my job easier, and we can make these headshots pop and help you.
Exactly, and I hear that from so many photographers that when an actor brings wardrobe that is good, you're 10 steps ahead of the game.
Exactly.
You know, the other thing that I want to share, there's so much stuff. I don't know how long we have for this.
We have until we're done.
Oh my God, okay, good.
My fingers are used to me going on and on and on.
Okay, so super important tip, tip 101 is it's all about the right shades of color, for sure, for wardrobe and for makeup. But what you stand in front of for your headshot, your backdrop, is as important as what you're wearing. Because I've been an actor for years, many years in New York and in LA, and so I've been on both sides of the desk where I've wanted the job and I've been able to give the job. And when you get a headshot and the person you're giving it to is so intrigued by what they're standing in front of. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's too interesting. And it might not be the right color. It's just pulling focus away from your presentation. And this is not about
what
the
you want them
wallpaper.
to see.
Exactly. It's all about the eyes and the smile. So my concept with this whole thing that I do is entirely based on someone's present hair color. Okay? It's not like your skin tone. For foundation, for a gal, absolutely. When you get a makeup base, you want to have it blend right into your jawline. That's all about your skin tone. But for the eyes, cheeks, lips, and wardrobe, it's entirely hair color driven. And the truth is, I've learned that really for myself from being on camera. When a camera comes in close, your hair is what's framing your face. It frames your eyes and your smile.
Exactly.
And you really want to work it. Otherwise, your hair can look like a bad dye job. Do you know what I mean? Everything can look very fragmented, like the lips get there before you arrive. Do you know what I mean? You want everything to be in sync.
Exactly, and that's really true because I've seen people that's exactly right. It's like things are hitting you at wrong times. You look at a picture and it should be a constant, you know, instead of like, oh wow.
Yeah, you don't want it,
You
to,
don't
be
want it to be
distracting from your
Exactly.
image. I mean, you want to
That's
be
a
right
good
there.
point.
And you can do that with color. I have to say one thing, because I don't know if we'll get into it with this, but the other thing I love working with actors on is, you know, I show them every shade of color that makes them look wonderful and terrific and all that. But for character work, this is an amazing tool to extend a character. Like, say, over the arc of the story, you know, you go from doing very well to crashing and burning. Or the opposite, you're down on your luck and then you win the prize. You know, you can extend a character through color. You know, it's just another tool for an actor to have. You know what I mean? How to look wonderful and then how to look not so wonderful causatively. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like when you don't want to look
that makes
so hot.
good. Yeah,
So it's
if you want to look like a crack whore, you
Exactly.
don't want to be looking all like
Exactly.
boom. You want to
Exactly.
really play. That's a good thing to think about.
Yeah.
You don't want to wear your best color if you're playing the ghetto, the homeless, the whatever.
Exactly.
That's a good point. That's
and I've worked with acting coaches who are also actors who, one specifically shot one of her headshots looking that way, took the makeup way down, did the wrong shades of color, and created that illusion.
I always say crack whore because when I first started doing headshots, this is years ago, before I really understood fully what actors need in headshots, I had an actor come in and it was literally the funnest shoot I ever had, and we went from crack whore to teacher to soccer mom to businesswoman.
I love it.
I was just like, whoa, what's happening here? Because I was just starting out with headshots.
Yeah.
This was about 13 years ago, I guess. It was so fun though. I was like amazed.
Yeah,
So,
it's fun. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I mean, some of my clients, I have a lot of industry clients that work with wigs, and you change your hair color drastically. You need to change up the colors for clothing and for makeup. So we get into that too.
Well, all right. Well, we got a lot of stuff.
I know. It's
so
like
where do you want to
tell.
start?
I don't even know where to start. Well, I'm going to do one thing really fast because I have you and you're sitting here and you're so gorgeous. And this hair color.
I'm going to keep her. I didn't even pay her for that.
This hair color is so amazing. It's like what I call like a deep honey blonde. All right. So I just want to show you all out there. And this is like, let's just try this. So you have amazing blue eyes, and I will tell you, especially with the guys, like if a guy is told, like in junior high school, oh, you have these dreamy blue eyes, his whole freaking wardrobe is blue shirts, right? And I feel people nodding out there, like listening.
Yeah.
Okay, so no blue is going to look really bad, but I want to show you something, if you can see the difference between if I do something like that, and that's pretty, and that's good, but then if I do this, so much better. Because now, not only does it pop your eyes, you get a really good jawline. It really brings out the hair color, okay? Whereas here, it just washes you out.
It's too light, so it washes me out.
It's too pale, it's too cool of a color, right? So what I do when I do, and I'm doing a lot of online sessions.
You do Skype calls?
I do Skype. And also what I've done, because I tried it, because of course, as soon as like I leave LA, everyone wants to get their colors done like that week, And I said to an actor who called me, I said, let me try this. Send me a few of your very recent shots, and we'll be on the phone, and I'm going to ask you questions, and we'll talk through it. And I looked at his pictures, and it was amazing. And then I sent him a swatch book, which we'll refer to, I'm sure, throughout this. Where's the one? So these would be your colors. This is a swatch book. Okay, it's made up of pieces of fabric of every single shade of every color. Oh, these are gorgeous. That works. So I'm kind of jumping all over the place.
That's okay.
But, so not only would these be all of your colors, which are terrible on me. That's why this is like very individual. But I shop for every shade that goes in here. So every shade coordinates with each other. So you get a wardrobe where all your pieces you can interchange and all that. And these are good colors for you to stand in front of when you're shooting your headshots. These are colors for your website to get a theme going, as far as pushing your image forward instead of being too interesting and too much going on that take away from what you want to communicate.
Right.
Anyway, so this is a little booklet, and what you do with this is you go to the store or even online and you match up the colors. Like you put it next to the color, and then if it's in here, go for it.
Go for it.
And then you'll see everything starts working together. It's really fun.
Yeah.
And you can take this like to Target or to Neiman's, it doesn't matter, because the colors are the colors.
Same, yeah.
And you want to just have shades of color for clothing and for makeup that pull the focus up to your face.
Yeah. That's awesome. So you have some pictures.
I do. So these are some pictures of different, actually a lot of these people are actors. So we have this gal, she's in like a warm palette, a warm color palette, like reddish brown hair. And this is like bad color, like this dusty kind of rose. Where here, she's in more of like an olivey color.
And that one's gorgeous.
With the warm makeup.
Absolutely
With the warm
gorgeous.
makeup. In fact, since we're talking about the makeup, this is what see, these are the colors that I would put on her.
Sorry, we just hit the mic.
Oh, so sorry. Okay, see how that like just kind of feeds the image, right? Everything all works together. So those are the colors for like a deep honey blonde. Those are really good colors for you. Like a deep honey blonde, golden brown, and redhead. Whereas here is someone who's, here, a deep brunette. Okay, so this olive green, which was so fabulous over here, not so much here.
Right.
Not so much the earthy kind of colors. Now look at this difference.
Bam, a big
Amazing.
difference. Yeah.
Amazing difference.
This changes the skin. It changes the whole feel of the...
Exactly. And so the palette that she would use has nothing to do with earth tones or rusts or browns or any of that. It's more of the pinky kind of colors. It's awesome. So even if you hold it right next to her, it's just beautiful. Anyway, so that's that group.
And anybody that knows me knows I'm not a girl enough to like, I'm totally lost, so you have to point, and I'll get you the one you point at.
You do pretty well.
Well, thank you.
Look at these highlights in your hair. I mean, those are
Well,
pretty
have
hot.
a guy.
Well, no, you have to have a guy, right? Okay, so here's a warm blonde. Okay, not gray is not a good color, not like a really cool gray. But Kelly green, which is a really tough color to wear on some people, is fabulous.
Fabulous.
On a warm blonde. Warm blonde is like Anna Faris, Reese Witherspoon, that kind of a blonde is what I call a warm blonde. And then for the guys, okay.
I think this is even more important for guys because I feel like women, we talk about this stuff in grade school. Like we're always like, oh, that color's nice on you, or you know what I mean?
Right.
Where a guy gets like, somebody says you look good in that when he's 10, and he just carries that his whole life because nobody else said anything. So where women are more like, oh, a little bit. We help each other out a little bit more. So I think men, I know. A lot of times men will come into the studio with literally their whole wardrobe and they'll be like, what do you think? And I'm like, I think you should have picked a little less. No.
No, it's
but
true.
It's good. I'd rather them come in with too many than not enough. But I think that for a man to sit down with you is a really, very, very beneficial.
It's very empowering. It's like, because a guy, like, who wears ties anymore, but for business, like for roles, you know what I mean? Like for the young lawyer, for the businessman, for whatever. A tie for a guy is like the makeup for a woman.
Right.
The tie is right up to your face. So you don't want like the interview to be all about your tie. Unless you do. Unless that's a decision, a character decision. But most of the time it's not so much a character decision.
Right.
So you want the tie, which is right up to the face, to pull the focus from the tie to your smile to your eyes, you see? So that's really important. But this goes from t-shirts for guys, like graphic tees, polos, whatever, all the way to, formal.
Right.
But here's a young guy. Okay, this is what he used to wear to auditions a lot, which is a pale gray. And again, he has that auburny, reddish, brown hair. And we thought that this would be a better choice.
Right, definitely. Mm-hmm.
And especially like for commercial auditions, when they see, I've been told that they sometimes keep the sound down and just go bam, 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 just through the images. And you just want to be bam. You want to be popping. So I think he pops a lot more. Than this one. And here's one of my clients. Okay, this is like kind of a grayish hair, and this is totally pulling the focus away from him. Whereas here, amazing.
Right.
Amazing. It's really highlighting. And what it does is it takes what you have going for you and just really shows you how to run with it.
I think it takes the gray hair from looking old and tired to looking sophisticated.
Exactly.
And wise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It takes that distinguished, a gray hair. This he looks distinguished. Where here he looks more tired.
And see, but that's the thing that's so cool for actors, because if
exactly
you're playing that
what
kind
you
of
want,
a character,
then you know
exactly
you can understand what colors are going to do with you.
Exactly.
So it's not, especially for the actors, it's not just about what colors look good for you, but what colors do for you. So
exactly,
that you
what
can
they communicate. What they communicate. So you can understand. And it's so much fun because once you know, then you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I want everyone to know what I know about this, because what's happened, and I've gotten a lot of referrals from acting coaches and managers and all that, is a lot of the clients have great credits and are great looking, but they're not booking, they're not getting out, you know, and their manager thinks the headshots are not working for them. And so they send me headshots, and in a nanosecond, I can just look at it and go, I would never put this person in this color. And my whole business started going one-on-one with people, which I still do, right? I'm not exaggerating. I have go to someone's door and they open the door and they'd send me earlier sometimes some headshots. And they open the door and I can't even tell you, I would hire them in a nanosecond from them opening the door. I wouldn't even bring them in from the headshot. And it's just...
And that's how important a good headshot is.
Yes.
But, if you're wearing the wrong color, it's got to all work together.
Exactly.
It's got to all work together.
Exactly. I mean, I've been astounded by the difference in seeing someone in person and seeing their headshot. Because my viewpoint, and you're the pro on this, is a headshot is like a photo of you on a good day. Like looking like on a good day. You really want it to look like you, but a good day.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? But sometimes people try or effort too much to try and do something, and it just is taking away from them looking like they look.
I think that sometimes I look at, I'm on Instagram like everyone else, so I look at other people's headshots and so forth, and sometimes I see headshots that look like they're trying. Yeah. It's like, well, we want you to look like this is you naturally, not that you've tried really hard.
Yeah, so funny. I mean, I came into LA and I hit the ground running. I have not stopped. And I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to get there? I need to get my bangs trimmed. I haven't got my nails. I mean, I have all this stuff going on. And it's like, you know what?
She looks beautiful.
Let's just do it.
Let's just do it.
But yeah, it's
and everybody appreciates it. And you look beautiful. And
oh
we're
my God,
so glad
I'm so
that
glad
you
we
just
did this. It was so much fun.
Yes.
So you have to say really fast how we.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So when I'm asked to be on these talk shows and TV stuff, they always want to talk celebrity, of course. So when it's award season time, they said, you want to talk about what people wore and the colors. So what I do, because I'm not from trashing people, I don't like that at all. But I do see sometimes I would have gone in a different direction with certain color choices. So what we've done is we pull photos off the red carpet, and the women are gorgeous and fabulous and whatever, except from my viewpoint, they're not wearing good colors. So we Photoshop the dress and show before and after. So something came up where I was asked from this fabulous website in New York to do something about that. And so I was like, oh, you just say yes, for an audition. Yes, you want to be on my website? Yes, So then I had to figure it out because I need to learn Photoshop years ago, but we'll add that to the list. So anyway, should I mention Billy?
Yeah, let's mention. I love Billy.
Acting coach and manager Billy Coward.
He's amazing.
Right.
I love him.
Has another student who's a client of mine, and they put it on. What did you see it on?
His newsletter. My 13-year-old was taking classes for him, and he just sends out a newsletter, and he said, hey, does anybody know Photoshop? Can you help her?
Right. Do you want to trade on colors for Photoshop?
Yeah.
Right.
And
right.
So I think I said, yeah, give her my number, and you called, and you were like, it's really going to be easy. And and then you were like, no, it might be really hard. I don't know.
Because I've never done this cross country. Usually I'm standing behind the person who's doing it and I go, I need a little more red in there. I need a little.
We did really good online, didn't we?
We did so well. And that piece got so much traction online. It was fantastic. You were amazing. She's amazing. I was thrilled to work with you. And so
yeah, that's how. And are these some of the pictures that we?
So this isn't the ones that we changed because I haven't even made those into hard copy. But this gives you an idea. Okay, so this is Jane Krakowski at an award show, and we just took her because she's gorgeous and she's a warm blonde. But this is just kind of washing her out, and then we just went bam and saturated with a warmer color. Here's J-Lo and Demi. And it's so funny because people have said, oh, but you photoshopped her skin. And I said, I didn't touch the skin.
No, it just makes the skin
it makes it look warmer and stuff like that. And here's Anna Kendrick, who's gorgeous. See, this is a gorgeous dress, but it's totally washing her out. The other thing I've learned, people, and I notice this a lot, dress for the red carpet based on colors that are good with their eye color.
I do that.
Okay.
Well, I dress for my eye color. I used to dress for my eye color before I met you, Jill.
Okay, so I will tell you something about that, because when they do a long shot, right, you hardly
can't
see the eye color. So what happens is the hair color
that's literally makes a lot of sense.
It's like so many people that I've used the Photoshop with, like, are not dressing for the hair color, and it makes a huge difference. So like if you were going to match your eye color, like that dusty blue is beautiful, and here with your eye color, right? You see, but I'm standing right here, and I'm like, oh, that looks really good with her eyes. But if I put the right blue, not only does it pop the eye color, but look at this, the hair. So that's how you make a whole picture come out. So think about it. You know, I'm telling you, it's like the frame of the picture is the hair. You know, it's not like match your hair color to have the color match the hair color. Why do you do that? You do that because your hair's framing your face, and to really bring out your eyes and your smile, you want to have the colors that you wear in sync with your hair color.
Not contradicting.
Exactly, exactly. What else? What else should we talk about?
I don't know. I think you should tell them. Well, I'll put links down below. But you, like you kind of briefly mentioned, you are in LA and in Florida.
Yeah, I mean, I go up in New York with clients.
So you've kind of got 3 home bases. So, but if they can't catch you when you're in LA or when you're in New York and they want your services, they can still call you, do a Skype call, do internet. You know, I worked with you over the phone, and we did a great job. So I know that you would be great. You know, with that, there wouldn't be a problem. And she'll, design a swatch book.
Yeah, we can send you a swatch book.
To your hair color. There's makeup. I mean, all sorts of stuff you have.
I have it all. And then we have these, which were in Style magazine, right? These are all one-of-a-kind scarves based on all the right colors for you. So I wanted to show you something really quickly. Let's see.
We have a lot of fun stuff here.
We've got we have a lot of. Let's see. I'm just gonna.
I thought she was moving in when she came in today. I was like, well, we have a room upstairs.
Okay. I know I do. I tend to take over like environments that I'm in. But like I have a client. Oh my God, this is so long ago. She hired me to do a one-on-one session with her, and she was going to build her website. And she bought, the swatch book is kind of like the anchor of everything. The swatch book and the makeup. People take the makeup kits to their shoots.
Yeah.
And have the right colors and all that. But she thought, well, she wanted to buy a scarf, but she wasn't sure, and this and that. So we pulled one scarf for her in her colors. And what she did was she took the colors in the scarf. She tied the scarf in her hair, like a hairband. It was adorable. And then she pulled the colors in the scarf into the website. From the font, to the background. So you look at the website and it's like, exactly.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, now color headshots have been, for a while. But in the beginning with color headshots,
was black and white.
Back in the day, back in my day, it was definitely black and white. Yeah. Okay, 2 things. So black and white was a whole different thing. You didn't have to worry about color. Everything in a color headshot, and you can tell me, grabs focus. Everything. Someone sent me a headshot once, and her arms were like this, and she had bright nail polish on, and that was the first thing I saw in the picture.
Or I've seen people that have, even though it's blurred out, there'll be a stop sign in the background.
Exactly.
And it's like, why is, or there'll be a crazy looking car in the background, and that's, even though it's blurred out, that color pulls.
Yeah, it just pulls focus away. But look at this. Anyway, we're jumping all over the place. I love this on you. It's just amazing. Now watch the difference. See, it's a beautiful scarf.
Right, but not.
Better on me.
Yep.
Not so good. So good. Right. So, I've worked with clients that are, one guy I worked with who's like one of the, I love it, I'm so proud of him. He's like an influencer. He's a branding influencer, and he uses the swatch book. We have like phone calls, what do you think of this for my talk, and this and that. But he is rocking it. Yeah. Like, it's just, and once you know. And the only time it would change is if you change your hair color drastically. Right. Meaning, like, if you threw a few more highlights, same thing. But if we traded hair colors, you totally need to change up the colors for clothing and for makeup. But I can't stress enough, and especially sitting here with the photographer is the background. The background. Like for you, I would never shoot you in front of gray.
Right.
A gray background. Whereas someone else would be fabulous against that. So that's something to consider. And the swatch book has all the pieces of fabric that will work for you that you can take into the background. The other thing I was told by a photographer I know is now especially they're doing color a lot in the background. You know, I used to think the background should just be the background and fade out, but her viewpoint was like, because everything is so small.
Especially for commercial.
Yeah.
For commercial, I think, you know, like a bright blue background or a yellow or, you know, something that, that, you know, use that background as an extra pop.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they're looking at thumbnails that are,
I know, and so but you want, like, especially if you're going to use yellow in a background, you better know the right shade of
you
yellow.
better know,
you know, and that's what this does. This is like the key. This is the key to the whole shebang. I mean, all this other stuff is fabulous. I mean, if you get the idea, like, look, I have the makeup here, and I was going to say we'll insert a JPEG of this, so I'm not, you know, I have plastic covers over this. But the ideal scene is what you're wearing pulls the focus to the face, which is the eyes, cheeks, and lips, like the makeup, up to the hair. So everything, all the arrows are going up. And then what my viewpoint is, then with that happening, the message that you communicate in words rides on that wave. Do you see what I mean? Instead of like someone thinking, oh, she was great, but that lipstick was too bright, or but that it was so distracting, or whatever. You want everything on your side. So this for me, it's an important tool, but it's just another tool for actors to know, for sure.
So, you know, headshots are not going to book you a job, but headshots are going to get you in the door.
Exactly.
You know, and when you're competing against 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,000 thumbnails,
I can't believe
every
that.
single thing that you have going for you is a plus. You know, and if you know how to dress for the character, and you have, you know, okay, this rolls for blah blah blah. Oh, that's that headshot. Boom. You know, you know, those are so important.
And especially now, I mean, I've been out of it for a bit, but I know self-taping is like
it's a big
everything
thing now.
Everything.
In fact, a few weeks ago, I did a vlog on just tips to if you can't come into the studio. I do self-taping services, but sometimes you don't have time.
Yeah.
You know, you got to get the kids to school and the dog to the vet, and you've got to get the self-tape in, and you've got to, you know, by tomorrow morning. So, you know, sometimes you have to do it at home with an iPhone. So, it's
a whole other world.
Yeah.
So what this does is it eliminates a lot of extra, totally unnecessary stress, aggravation, questioning, you know, and it's interesting because each palette, like these are each, like the swatch books are each made up for a different color palette, like a different color group. So each palette has bright, fun colors. You know, like someone said to me, you know, but for commercials, I'm supposed to wear bright colors. I said, my viewpoint on commercials is you want to look bright in the color.
Exactly.
You don't want to be, bam, everyone's wearing royal blue because royal blue is a bright color. No.
You want that to make you pop.
Exactly. So each palette has bright colors, neutral colors. Like gray is not a great color for everyone. For neutral, it's really good. You know, but not everyone. And so each palette has neutral colors, each palette has light colors, dark valued colors, but they're all the right shade, you know, and they all flow with each other, and it's really cool.
So this was absolutely amazing.
I know. I can't. You know what it is? It's that thing even for actors. Like when you don't think you can do it. Like I never thought I'd get here in time, and I did and I did my bangs and my
right.
You just do it. You just make it go right.
You just go.
You just go and do it, and it's always a good thing. In my life, I've learned that.
Yeah.
You can't be the effect of your considerations. That's what I've learned in life. You just have to say, great, that's the consideration, thank you very much, and move on and do what you need to do.
Well, I'm glad that
awesome. I had
fun, and I'm glad that this is the first time we've met in person.
I know, right?
We spent a lot of time on the phone, but this is our first. So I'm yay!
Yay! It's wonderful. Thank you for having me.
I'm glad. And again, all of your links are going to be below. Make sure you follow her on everything.
Follow me on everything. Also, if you have questions, because I want to be very accessible, especially. I mean, I've been an actor for so long, and so I have such a thing for actors, you know, and I know, like, if they know certain things that I know, it's just like the little, like, tweak.
That's
can
what
make
I'm always
such a
saying.
difference.
Even with headshots, with color, it's not that you're doing everything wrong. It's
Right,
just
right.
that little, you know.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
and in the studio, it's always just a little, just turning your head just that much makes everything
Yeah.
so different.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like that with, you know, color, with everything. Just that, you were close. Just like these two blues. See, that was close, but not quite right.
Right.
So that's great to know.
I'm doing this branding workshop for actors, branding and social media and all this stuff. And the person who I'm doing it with, who's an acting coach, totally stresses, find two colors, find your branding colors. Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Colors are so important. I mean, I do, like, when I made my website and all that, I mean, I literally did research and the whole thing.
Wow.
How colors make people feel.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
colors make people feel a different way. And that's important, too, with headshots, because when you see a certain color, it makes you happy, it makes you sad, it makes you color. I'm so glad
It's
you
so
came
cool.
because it's so deep. It
It's
really
so
is.
cool, and I'll tell you really, really fast. When color headshots first started coming out, we did it on a class or a panel at AFI, the SAG Conservatory, and this woman hands me her headshot, and the headshots in color were very new. And I didn't even know where to look. It was shot outdoors, so
crazy.
you had grass. So you have that green, grass green, with her reddish hair, with a bluey red lipstick, with a black and white, and it was just such a distraction that I couldn't even find her. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't, and that's not what you want with a headshot. You don't. I mean, you want it all about you.
All about you.
All about you.
All right.
All right.
Make sure you share this video.
Yeah.
Most importantly,
Yes.
have an amazing week, and I'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Yay!
Yay! That was so
That was
good.
great. I'm so glad you came on.
I
That
can't
was
even
so
believe
fun.
we did this. I could just hang out with you.
I know.
See,
Except
this is
for
what